Good morning. Hello. Hello, everyone. And we are live, currently live on YouTube, currently live in the Bead Floor Studio Facebook page. And we are going live in the Learn How to Make French Beaded Flowers Facebook group. So good morning. Today is March 28th, 10:01 a.m. Nice and rainy day here in the Midwest, USA. It's spring, so there's that. We've got irises coming up and little miniature irises. I think I showed you guys last year. And also we've got a crocus that just came up, and it's raining. It's April showers, so yay. I mean, it's still March, but the showers are coming. The showers are coming. Okay, so if you are currently watching, let me know. Say hi. Let me know where you're watching from and what you're working on. We are doing another segment of Bead and Chat with Fen while I work on my projects and you work on your projects. So today I will be doing what I did last week, just a continuation. You're going to design with me. So you bead, I design and bead. Okay. So let's see, YouTube, Facebook. Let me see if I can get the chats up in the Facebook page, because that's always interesting. All right, see if I can see it. Usually takes a minute. So if you are in the group, please say hi. So it triggers something so I can see the chat. It usually needs something like that. Okay. I think I am kind of seeing it. So anyways, I didn't charge my iPad today, so I have it hooked up here. So I'm going to have to move my head a bit. Okay, so before we start, let's do announcements, because I've been forgetting to do announcements the last couple times. All right, where are my things? It's a mess in here. It is a mess in here. Is it even here? If it's not here, then I can't do another. Oh, here it is. It's right here. Okay, so classes. So we have this Enchanted Rose class in the Virtually Ever Crafting event that's coming up in April 23rd. Beginner class. It's like $22 for a 1-hour class. If you are a beginner, this will walk you through step by step on how to make French beaded flowers. And also there is a replay. There's also an extended replay if you want to pay for that. But there's a standard replay if you missed the class. So, and then some people pay for the class if they can't make the time frame and then watch the replay. So here's the Enchanted Rose beginner class. And so I'm looking forward to teaching you this. Some of you already signed up for the class, so thank you. I'm so excited. And I saw a few of you have also signed up for the sunflower necklace class. It's a 3-hour class. You do, hang on. You do need to know the French beaded flower techniques in order to make this. This is an intermediate/advanced class. If you've made French beaded flowers before and would like to know how to transform those same techniques into making jewelry, this is the class for you. And each of these components are made on one continuous wire. So this sunflower is made on one continuous wire. We don't need any other ancillary products like clasps or perforated discs or glue or anything like that. This is all made on wire, on one continuous wire. And then it is then connected into a necklace. And you can use these same techniques, these continuous techniques, to make other jewelry like like bracelets and rings and all sorts of fun things that you want to do with flowers. Okay, so This class is April 26th. It's a 3-hour class. The QR code is up on the screen if you want to take a picture of that, and it'll get you to the webpage. So it is virtuallyevercrafting.com. So, right. Okay, so like I said, today we are doing another design with me. I've been trying to, my next bead-along. Okay, I was going to transition to that. Okay, so the next bead-along in April, we go to my website at beadflora.com. We are doing an Antherium bead-along. So Antherium, let me get the other colorway. There's another one, the purple. Not sure where it is, but we have the red Antherium, pink Antherium. Oh, right here. So much stuff. Flowers, things everywhere. Okay, and then we have the purple Antherium. And for more information for this bead-along, take a picture of the QR code. It'll take you to the page with more information. And the transition I was going to get to was like, I've been trying to get these kits out, and it's just been, I don't know. So my studio is a mess because of that, because I've been trying to get the kits for the Antherium out. And for this bead-along begins April 15th and then ends May 15th. So, right. Let me see if I can find the chats in the Facebook group, because all right. So, okay, looks like we have Louise on. Hello, Louise. Love the purple Antherium. What color will you be making, Louise? I feel like you'll make pink. That's my guess. You don't have to make pink just because I said you're making pink. But let me know, what color will you be making? All right. Natia says, hello, Fen and everyone. Good afternoon from Germany. Nice sunny weather. Okay, so yeah, so rainy here. And we just changed our plans for this afternoon. We were going to go for a hike, go for a picnic. But I guess not anymore. We're doing something else. So kids are off school this week. And I chose the best week to announce a bead-along, right? When the kids are off school and I have to drive them everywhere for appointments and things, to friends' houses, and then trying to get my kits out. Kits, not kids. So the best week, well, obviously I'm being sarcastic because I will be learning from this and not announce a bead-along when the kids are home. So, okay. I'm going to try to do some fidgeting here. So I'll see your comments. I'll try to, what's the word? Plan better next time. Because the iPad lasts me about 2 weeks and then the battery dies. Okay. All right. So I hope the comments are, live on here and doesn't take forever for me to see. All right. So anyways, sorry, my brain it's been a long week. It's been a long week. Okay. Thanks for being here with me, guys. Okay. So last week we studied this Alstroemeria flower. I've had this bouquet for this is the 3rd week I've had this bouquet. So not bad for $4.50 for reduced flowers at the grocery store, right? And I get so many colorways to study. It's a huge bouquet. It's a big one. So I will be studying this again, and I'll be designing. So last week let me get this. Okay, so last week I've made this petal, petal B, and then I made petal A. No, this does not look right. I think this is one of the rejects. Do I have a good one here? Oh, it's on the ground. Okay. So this was the first one. I designed a petal A, and then I designed a petal B. There were two ways that I was, nope, I think it was the other way around. There were two ways that I was thinking of the flowers get in focus and not my face. There we go. Okay. You know, those smart cameras where they focus on stuff and then it just focuses on other things. Okay, so I did petal A here, and then I did petal B. Switch screens. And there were two techniques that I was thinking when I was on last week. This is the first one that I did, just basic frame, right? Just the basics. And then another one I was thinking was to do like a scalloping technique. And I haven't played around with that yet, but I think the petals here are pretty, it looks very similar to, I think it does the job is what I'm trying to say. I think it does the job. Okay. If we are to compare it to the actual flowers, the beaded ones are slightly bigger. And we can't get away from that really because of the techniques and the amount of rows I need for this petal. I can't get away from having the petals to be, the beaded one to be slightly bigger. So unless I go with size 15 beads, I can't get size 11s to be any smaller than what it is, because I need to start out with at least 3 rows before I start with the extensions on the bottom. So I'm just going to go with a slightly bigger petal, right? Okay, Louise wants to do a wine and amethyst. Okay, still on the hunt for beads. All right, so I was wrong on the pink, but purple is nice too. Amethyst is a beautiful color. I love the purple. I wanted for sure to do red because, you know, that is your classic Antherium. But then there are so many other colors. There's green, there's yellow, there's pink, red, purple. I'm sure I'm missing some colors. Oh, there's white. I think there's white. So do whatever color you want, right? There's so many colors that you can do. And with the centers, they come in with like the center is what, the spadix, that, you know, that long thing. The spadix comes in, you know, like your basic kind of cream yellow color, and then also they come in the whatever color they're in too. But just for simplicity's sake, I made them all cream. But if you want to go with like a purple Antherium and you want to go with a darker purple spadix for the center, you can do that too. Okay, so so we did petal A, petal B, I'm gonna do C. All right, right. Hello, April. Thanks for joining us. What are you working on, April? So this morning I will try to keep it at an hour because, like I said, my kids are home and we got things to do. Okay, so Natia says that she's only seen red anthuriums. I have only seen red anthuriums, Natia. So me too. I've only seen red, but once you go down like the Google rabbit hole, they come in so many colors. Come in so many colors. All right. Now I'm not sure. Okay, now we're going back to the Alstroemeria. I'm not sure what technique I want to do. I mean, I know what technique that I'm going to do, but what exactly am I going to do? Well, this is more similar to this one than the other. So I think I will start out with a smaller basic row. I'm still going to do some beads on the bottom here. All right, looks like we have Teresa joining us this morning. Hello, Teresa. How's the weather where you are? All right. April is working on Lauren's orchid. Yes, I need to get started on the orchid too. So busy working on my own stuff that I need to work on Lauren's orchid. Haven't decided what color yet. And I haven't decided on what color Antherium I want for our collaboration or what project I'm doing. Give me some ideas. What should I do? We were thinking like Japanese ikebana style, arrangements where it's, nice and simple. A lot of tropical flowers are in the ikebana. I'm not even sure if I'm saying it right, so I'm sorry if I'm butchering it. So that's what we're thinking. But I am open to doing other projects too, other arrangements. Okay. Teresa, yes, we are also cloudy with sprinkles. We're actually cloudy with not sprinkles. It's more like downpour. Cloudy with a downpour. But it has calmed down. Okay, so I want to do maybe three beats here. It's like focusing on the petals. The smart cameras. Okay, so I'm going to put some beads. I'm going to put 9 in here for now in the loop. All right, so what did I do here? Round top, point bottom. So I need to take this apart for sure. So right now, when I am designing a new flower, after I've traced the petals and everything, the second step is just getting the shape. We're not shading or anything like that. We're just getting the shape right. And chances are I will take these apart. So what I have done in the past is use scrap beads that I don't care about, and cheap wire, designed with copper wire. I mean, yes, this is copper wire, but like bare copper wire is the cheapest, so I would design with that. But somehow I've gotten away from that. I don't know why. I should start getting back to that, because then I don't have to worry about taking these apart, because these are nice beads. But at the same time, I kind of want to see them in the similar bead that I will be using. Okay. A bit more. So what I have done to get the shape of this petal is to do the round top, pointed bottom, and there's that slight point at the top. So I just add a bead on the top basic wire. And this one, I'm sure we'll need to lace, probably lace as you go, because it's feeling kind of out of control for me. Slightly out of control. Maybe a 5 bead basic instead. 3 might be not enough. And then maybe a slight, maybe 1 scallop on each side. Okay, so let's undo this and do 5 instead. Okay, I'm going to stand now, because sometimes I feel like sitting, but I think standing would be good. Keep my posture up. Okay, Natia says, been working on the components for a coconut palm leaf. Also want to make it, sorry, reading is hard. Reading is hard. Okay, want to make it into a spring flower bouquet as a so-called binding green. Okay, coconut palm leaf. I need to look that up, because I'm not sure what that looks like. But then you also mentioned spring flowers. So my spring flowers pattern, or just basic spring flowers? Just spring flowers. I'm imagining, just because, sorry, trying to beat and talk. It's not that easy. I'm going to say regular spring flowers and not that specific pattern. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, I think the 5. I mean, to take it apart again, so I don't know. Okay, it looks like, oh, hello, Ruth. Ruth is joining us. Working on a primrose, okay, and then waiting on a bead order. Nice. Those are always exciting. Can't wait to see your primroses. Which primrose pattern are you working on, Ruth? Are you working on my primrose pattern or Lauren's primrose pattern? Okay, so I think for this one, I'm going to do one and do here. Extend the bottom here by 3 beads. All right. Definitely need to lace as we go for this specific one. But when I'm designing a new, petals falling everywhere. When I'm designing a new, something new, I don't want to lace as I go because I'm always needing to take it apart, just as you saw, right? I'll probably do something else. This is close enough, but I'm going to do something else. I'm going to add these 2 beads here first. Two beads or 1 bead? Maybe I want to do 1 bead. I think 2 might be too much. I was doing the 2 with the others, but I think I just want to do 1 on this one. Seemed like too much. And now I may do scallops. Like here? Yeah. Okay, let's try that. See how it goes. Having some technical difficulties. Okay. Maybe go around like 2 times should be enough. Like around 2 times should be enough. So I met with Mary Lamb, one of the members in our group, a few weeks ago. Last month? Okay. Now my iPad's dead. Okay. Anyways, I met with Mary. We were beading together, and then as she was seeing that I was having trouble with my wire, and she was like, I'm so happy to see that you struggle too. Like my wire is all a mess. And yes, I struggle too. Everyone struggles. Okay, here's another. Hang on. See if I can get the group chat back up. On my phone instead. Okay, there we go. All right, Natia says, yes, your spring flowers. Okay. Trying to imagine how that would be with a, well, I mean, I don't even know what a coconut palm leaf looks like. So I'm excited to see what you come up with, Natia. Okay, so Ruth says, I've made your pattern and I love the results. I'm now doing Lauren's. Okay. We use very different techniques. We have different approaches, or we had different approaches for our primrose patterns. All right, so I think up to do a scallop up to here. See how that turns out. And this one, because it is a bigger petal, I should have used 24 gauge wire. 26 gauge wire. I was doing the smaller petals, so 26 gauge wire at the time last week made sense. But this week, I'm thinking 24 gauge would be a better choice. Hello, Francine. Francine is joining us from on YouTube. Ordered your book. I'm going to try to do beaded flowers. I do beaded jewelry now. Awesome. Excited. Thanks for joining me. Excited to have you here. And if you are not, please join our Facebook group, the Learn How to Make French Beaded Flowers Facebook group. And show us your flowers when you're done. We have a community there. So using this gauge is not so great. Okay. Okay. Need to poke around on my devices. I want to make sure I'm getting my iPad's dead, so need to switch back and forth to see the comments. Right. It says, I'll take a picture of the unassembled components after the live and post it. Okay, looking forward to seeing it. It seems quite big compared with this. I need some other adjustments. It's quite big. think I need to undo and maybe, yeah, too big. All right. This is the process. This is the process. Start the pointed top here. Sometimes I get it on the first try, and that is great, but sometimes I don't. Most times I don't. Okay. And for some reason, I think you guys enjoy it more when you see my struggles, just like Mary said. You struggle too. Yes, I struggle too. And sometimes when you see me struggle, I think it makes you feel like, hey, not the only one. And I don't want to put out an image out there that everything I do is absolutely perfect, right? I don't want that. I want you guys to see me struggle. I want you to see that this is just how it is in real life, and that you don't try to uphold some sort of unrealistic expectation to have, you know, to beat perfectly right away, or even as, an experienced beater, that you should have perfect beating, because there is not. You know what I need? I need my beat stopper is what I need. Do I have one around here? Okay, so I've included a beat stopper in all of the Antherium kits because I think you guys need one. So I'm going to include these in the kits because it will just make your life a lot easier if you have a beat stopper. I want you to use it. Otherwise, if you don't have a beat stopper, then make a knot so the beads don't fall off. something that I started using last year for my beading. Normally, I would, if I have beads here, I would just make a knot like this to stop the beads from, falling off. But seed stopper is much nicer. Natia, no, they are not size 15 beads. I'm using size 11 beads because I'm trying to, because if size 15 beads aren't easily accessible to everyone, I try to design using size 11s whenever possible. And I, the reason I was talking about size 15s is that this petal is a lot bigger using size 15s than the real life petals, and there's no way getting around that by using size 11s. I can't get any smaller, and if I want it smaller, I would need to use a size 15s. So these are 11s, and I'm surprised and impressed that you can tell the size of the beads that they are bigger, from a screen. So that is impressive. I may do something slightly different, but I think this should be it. This is the design, but slightly different. April says, I love the sound of beads spinning. It does sound nice. It does sound nice, April. Okay. Is this it? I think this is it. You got the shape. But I'm going to make one small alteration, and I'm not going to take it apart. I don't feel like taking it apart anymore. I'll just make a new one. Okay. So I think this is what I'm going for. This. So there should be two of these, and then let me grab a flower. They keep falling. They're done. They are about to be done. There's tons of petals everywhere. They are done. Okay, so we got this here like this, and we have two of these petal bees, and two seeds. Like this. They are so big. But I think once, you know what, I think if I shape it, but once I shape it back like it is in nature, it should be better. And it wouldn't look so big. All right, so let's try petal C one more time. Oh my gosh. Let me see if I can do this so you can see all the petals here. Oh, Never mind. But it's all here. It's all here. All the petals are here. All right, I'm going to set it aside. Okay. Let's do it one more time. And I think I will have the shape. And then we are ready to be done. Okay. Okay, Ruth wants to know, are you shipping bead spinners to Canada? Yes, I have shipped bead spinners to Canada. A few of you guys have purchased the bead spinners from Canada. So I will be shipped. Ooh, I need more wire. I'm going to do 24 gauge instead. So Ruth, yes, I will ship to Canada, and my website should automatically calculate the shipping. If it is different, I will refund any additional overages, but it should be accurate. Shipping is expensive, probably like around 20 some dollars, 20 to 30, depending on where you are. Um, well, it's a median, maybe like 25 or so to Canada. It's been cheaper, but it just depends on where you are. I think like to Montreal, it was cheaper than to like BC. But I am in the US, so if you don't want to purchase from the US, that is perfectly fine with me. I totally understand. Okay. Carol says, love seeing your sketches and how you start your flowers. Thanks, Carol. Um, that's how I start most of my patterns. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just look at it and bead. But the thing with the sketches is I don't always finish beading. And then I have this reference to look at to compare where the flowers go. And as you can see, I'm not much of an artist. Got some squiggles and stuff. Now I can imagine April over there smiling because she's hearing all these beads spinning. Okay, I think that should be enough. All right. All right, I've started with 5 beads, and I have 3 beads right here. Okay, Natia, these are, they're called Alstroemeria and also called Peruvian lily. So you're right. It is, I think it is a type of lily. They do look like lilies. So you guys call it Inca lily? I have to look that up to see if it's similar, if it's the same or not. Okay, so what did I do here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 rows first. What's next? Okay, right. I'm going to add the 3 beads on the bottom here. To elongate the bottom. Then I'm going to add a bead on the top to create that point, one point, that slight point at top. Okay, now we're going to do the scallops. Too much beads. Too much beads. That's right, April. Okay. All right. So that should be enough. Okay. I did say I was going to change something, did I? And I didn't. All right. Let's do it again. Do this here. Do on the next one. Okay. Drop my flying beads. I'm going to do my elongation right here. That was the change I was doing. And using 24 gauge wire is a much better experience than 26 gauge wire. So I will use 24 gauge. I chose 26 gauge initially because it's such a small petal. But and which is true, it was small. It was small. The smaller petals are small. Uh, and it would have worked for petals A and B, but for C, it might have worked with 26 gauge wire, but it's a much better experience using 24. Almost there. So do you think these flowers will still be here next week? Because I've shown them like the last 3 weeks and they're still blooming. I mean, they're falling apart, but they're still here. So they last a long time. Okay, here we go. I think that's it. Ta-da! It only took an hour, right? It only took an hour. Not quite, but close enough. Close enough. You know. Okay. That is it for today. That's all I've got planned for today. Design with one petal. If I want to design the whole thing, I need to stay all day. I think you guys have things to do, and I have things to do. So I think we're good. So we got this. So after we get the initial shape, is when I do the shading. So that is the interesting part. That will take some time. And then also deciding what colors I want to do. So let's see. Let me show you guys. Scissors. That's what I cut. Man, they fall apart. Like the moment I take something, they fall apart. So we have yellow. We have this. What's this color? Like an orangey, burnt orange color. And then we have pink. What color should I do first? I know I chose the orange beads as the as the bead color to make these petals, but there are so many colors. Should I do pink first? Should I do orange or should I do yellow? They all have this green tint to it. Right? Mm. And you know what the hardest part is? It's not the petals. The petals is not the hardest part. The hardest part for me to design would be this, like the pistil and stamen. Like, what do I want to do? I'm always stuck on that. Like, do I want to do a twisted wire fringe? Or do I want to do like a continuous loop? Or do I want to do something else? The stamen's always gonna be so, and it looks like it's like the simplest thing, right? It's like this little thing, this stamen. It's simple, but just thinking about what to do with this is the hardest part for me. So it's always the centers. Always the centers. Okay. I need to think about that. And just like I still need to think about the center for the delphinium that we did 3 weeks ago. We um I went March 14th. That's it. If you want to go back to the March 14th live, you'll see me doing the delphinium. And I have all the petals done, right? I beaded all the petals, but what I'm struggling with still is the center. So I still have not decided on what I want to do with the center. Or have I? No, I haven't. I haven't. Where is it? Where's my delphinium? So, no, I have not decided on what to do for the center. I have the flower designed, but I do not have the center. And now I'm reconsidering, do I want to do it on all in one continuous wire, or do I want to make it more beginner friendly and do, just regular basic frame petals? So because this, I can use 26 gauge wire, which will make it a lot thinner. It wouldn't be as bulky. So that is a possibility. Because when I'm designing, I want to think about how accessible it is for each level too, because I don't want to design all intermediate level patterns. Then I want to make it so it's a lot easier for beginners to get started. And the more beginner patterns I have, the easier it is for someone to get started, right? And even intermediate beaters can still make beginner level patterns. So um, just things, just things to think about as I design these. So we have so last week we did the delphinium. If you want to go back to the March 14th live, um, go on to my YouTube channel and bead flora, yeah, YouTube/bead flora or something like that. And you can go on the live tab. It'll take you all to all the previous lives that I've done. So I've gotten questions on that where people have asked me, "Can I go back and rewatch it?" Yes, yes, you can. So you can watch the replay. So March 14th for the delphinium, and this week, well, last week is when March 21st is when I started the Alstro, and then I continued the Alstro this week. I thought about doing a different flower this week, doing another whole study. I shouldn't be so flaky. I need to finish what I started. And speaking of finishing what I started, I should finish my sunflower. I should finish my sunflower. So let me know, guys. What should I do next week? Should I finish my sunflower, finish assembling, which I have right here? So option one, finish assembling my sunflower. Option two, finish designing the Alstro. Or option three, finish designing the delphinium. So I'm not doing these things outside of my live streams. So let me know. I have like an hour or 2 hours, hour and a half every week to do these. So let me know what you want me to do. Put it in the chat. All right. So, like I said, that is it for today. I'm just gonna hang out for just a little bit more. I want to make sure that I'm seeing all your comments and that it's not delayed, as always. Okay. Now Tia wants to know, will all your studies eventually become new patterns for a new book? It could. It could be. Or it could be released as a pattern, or it could be released as a bead-along, or it could be released as a class. We never know. We never know. Just depends on, well, a lot of times it depends on the type of pattern it is. If it is a more advanced pattern, then I would release it as a video class or a PDF or video class, just based on how much information you need to pack into the pattern. Because if I do a more advanced pattern in a book, it's going to take up more pages, and then you only get that one, then you get less patterns in a book. And for a book, I would want to have more beginner / intermediate patterns, like more of a graduation from very beginner to intermediate, and maybe 1 or 2 advanced projects. So when I'm approaching my books, that's how I have it. Like, you need someone to go from step 1, not, I want to approach it where the person has no knowledge of French beading, and then we're going to start with that project. It's all beginner level for the first pattern, and then slight graduation to intermediate as we build up on the techniques, and then go to advanced or intermediate / advanced patterns. So yes and maybe yes, no, maybe. So it all depends. I'm thinking the delphinium, it could be a book pattern. The Alstro could be a PDF or video class, or just a, or Zoom class or something like that, just based on the amount of work that we need to do as far as shading. That may take more time. So that most likely will not be a book pattern. So this, the Alstro I'm thinking would be either a class, Zoom class, bead-along, or video class. One of those things. Anything with shading, chances are it will not be in a book. But that's not to say that I don't do shading in books. I have done that. So I would say this would be more intermediate level, which is a good pattern. So it could be. But off of the top of my head, chances are it would be like a class or something like that, just based on the skill level of the project that is needed. I can't do a simple yes or no answer. Could I? There's always something. Yes, no, maybe. Okay, so April says I should do the sunflower. All right. Okay, that's 1 vote. Sunflower. Let's see what else. Any other votes on what you guys want to do? Okay, so put it in the chat. I'll still see it after I log off, so let me know. If you are watching the replay, let me know what project should I do, because I'll still see the comments, and I have until next week to decide on what I want to do. So sunflower, Alstro, or delphinium. So there's that. Thank you so much for joining me today, everybody, ladies. Thank you so much. Appreciate you watching from all over the world, from Canada, Germany, Netherlands, so many places. Thank you so much for joining me. Love you guys, and I'll see you next week.